We hear a lot about precision medicine, and for many people, precision medicine seems to be a hollow promise. Doesn't affect me. So what is this business of precision medicine, and why is Mount Sinai investing in it? The answer is precision medicine is the future, and we want everyone to understand what precision medicine holds out. What's the promise going to be? And how will it affect your children and your grandchildren?
The main message about this precision medicine revolution is really about how we can take the vast information that exists around individuals and provide better guidance to physicians around a diagnosis. It's no longer doctor with a stethoscope, putting it on your chest to understand your well-being, but it's applications of many advanced technologies, advanced supercomputers and algorithms processing those data to make very informed decisions around an individual's health. And accurately modeling that type of information and conveying that back to the physician, you can get a much more accurate diagnosis. In cancer, it's even more dramatic because today, if you think about how cancer is treated for a given individual, whether you have lung cancer or prostate cancer or liver cancer, it's the more advanced progressions of the disease, you'll have chemotherapy. And what is a chemotherapy but almost like throwing a hand grenade in to target all the bad cells, but it's going to kill lots of the good cells as well. It's not precise, it's not targeted. What we can now do with the technologies that exist like next generation sequencing is we can look inside the tumor and we can say, oh, look at all these different pathways that are being activated or suppressed by the tumor to allow it to grow uncontrolled. And now we can match very precisely those pathways that are being modulated by the tumor. We can match those to existing drugs, and that's going to wipe out the cancer. We're living in extremely exciting times in medicine.
Big data is helping us take tons of information and inform a single patient or a single couple's journey and help them have a healthy baby. If a couple carries the mutation, just one single letter of their DNA code is incorrect, then they could pass on that gene and their children and their children's children. Today's molecular era allows us to test them for diseases that they may not have, but their family or their ancestry may have. We go deep into their ancestral inheritance markers, into algorithms, figured out which are disease-causing mutations, and created a knowledge base to identify carrier couples. Considering having a baby, Tay-Sachs disease, for example, or sickle cell anemia, and if that gene is unhealthy in their family, we can identify what couples are at risk, we can create an embryo, figure out which ones are not going to express the mutation, and we can find a healthy embryo for transfer so that the child and the grandchild won't have that condition. We're preventing disease in ways that we never dreamt possible.
The biggest piece of the puzzle that's missing in our understanding of why people get sick, why people don't get sick, or why people respond to treatments or don't respond to treatments is environment. Your environment is that big missing piece, and we're bringing that missing piece of the puzzle here at Mount Sinai to precision medicine. What we're interested in and what actually predicts whether or not you're going to get sick 30, 40 years later is things that happened in the past. And so a lot of what we do actually is time travel. We've actually developed methods that can go back in time. One way is to use teeth to go back in time. And with teeth, they start to form when you're inside your mother, when your mother's pregnant with you. And chemicals that were in your body when you were a fetus get deposited in your teeth in rings. And those rings are just like the rings of a tree. And we can actually date those rings. And with really sophisticated equipment, we can actually measure what's inside those rings. So we can tell you, for example, if you were lead poisoned when you were 2 years old, if we have one of your teeth. We can find a signature in teeth that actually predicts who's going to develop schizophrenia when they're 20 years old, we have roughly 15 years to actually implement preventive strategies that may actually help them never actually get schizophrenia. And I think that's really, really exciting. We're looking at thousands of measurements, at thousands of things and how they change over time.
We're really going to change medicine. We're going to relieve a lot of suffering a lot sooner. We're going to save lives that we previously weren't able to save. And in the future, we're going to see how much more incredible this may become and how it will change the face of medicine.